What's up, y'all? You already know what it is, your boy Tank Hat. And we in the motherfucking Mobile on the podcast. You already know what it is, man. The weekend was awesome. We had an awesome weekend over the weekend out here inside New York City, man. You from Brooklyn, man, you already know, man, the weekend was awesome, man. Unfortunate that we lost the people that we did over the weekend, man. The 3 people that got killed inside that lounge shooting, man, and 10 people who got hurt. You know what I mean? My condolences go out to the family. And, you know, I empathize with the people who are still in the hospital, man, because I got shot before. You understand what I'm saying? That shit ain't no nothing to play with. You understand what I'm saying? Especially when you coming outside to have a good time. You know what I mean? I can't speak to what went on because I don't know what went on. You know what I mean? I'm just sending a shout out to the family because I know, hearing me saying that we had an awesome weekend, but then those who were affected and impacted by the incident that happened on Franklin Avenue, I would be remiss for not expressing that much, And so, like I said, I express my condolences to the family and to the people who were impacted by that nonsense because that should not have been. That's another one of the things that I continue to rant and rail about with regard to this dude, Eric Adams. You know what I mean? Yeah, under his administration, it's different. You know what I mean? What they call him, the hip-hop mayor. And it's different because he recognizes our culture. You understand what I'm saying? But in giving recognition to him for recognizing our culture and bringing that along with him, I think that we do owe him a measure of consideration when we be coming out here in these streets and be acting up the way that we be doing. You know what I mean? That whole shit is fucked up, man. I'm not, a Eric Adams supporter in any way. But at the same time, man, I gotta recognize, a issue if an issue reveals itself to me. And the issue is revealing itself to me because it's unfortunate, but under his administration, every time he be having these weekend shindigs and things of that nature, shit like that happen, man. You know what I mean? Niggas get bodied. You understand? I'm saying some dumb shit happen. And I don't understand that because my thing is this. I seen both sides of the divide, right? And so in seeing and then understanding both sides of the divide, I would rather live in a society where we have privileges and, at least surfacial freedom than to be in a penitentiary where we ain't got no privileges and no freedom. That shit just don't make no sense to me, man. And so I say that to say this, over the weekend, because of the situation that happened in Franklin, you already know how the police gonna be on it. You know what I mean? Fortunately, we were able to get through it without no other extra bullshit, and that's what that thing should be about. Nevertheless, like the example that I can make with regard to what happened at the thing in Tompkins Park when the sisters popped on dude, like you had like 5 or 6 women beating the shit out of one dude. You know what I'm saying? And my whole thing with that, those type of activities and those type of behaviors show to these people and to our neighbors, right? Walk with me, to our neighbors, because they're gentrificating our society right in our face, right? But that gives them fuel and fodder to say, look, get these people fuck on up out of here. Get them out of here. They carry on like wild animals, like a pack of banshees. That's how I describe what I seen over the weekend in Tompkins Park. I don't know what the situation is about. I don't even want to talk about the situation. My thing was, that was a celebration that we was having, the first year for my cousin Aunt. You know what I mean? For N.A. Rock. And majority of the people who was out there probably don't even really remember Aunt personally anyway. Probably just heard of them because a lot of them were younger. You understand what I'm saying? But the ones who were younger and do know Aunt, you understand what I'm saying? You know that you identify with what I'm talking about. We were there to celebrate Aunt, right? We wasn't there to get into no type of bullshit with each other over nothing. Niggas could have took that shit elsewhere, right? Walk with me. I ain't saying motherfuckers shouldn't have did what they did because I don't know what happened to be talking about what happened. I don't know. But, it's a time and place for everything. Children was out there in that park. Children was out there in that park. Come on now. Children was out there in that park. One of those children could have gotten hurt. Suppose that dude would have came back on some flamboyant Rambo shit and came back and went crazy. You understand what I'm talking about? Like, don't create a situation for the consequences that you're not ready for. You understand what I'm saying? Suppose that dude would have died. They had cameras on the whole hit. I reposted it from someone else who reposted it. From probably someone else who reposted it. That shit probably went viral. You understand saying? And that's not what we want to, affix to UN's commemoration. We don't want to affix that to the day before of Mano's day, right? Because Mano and Un were brothers. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm glad people came out and enjoyed themselves for Mano Day and conducted themselves accordingly. Yo, man, kudos to y'all for that. I came through late. You know what I mean? When I came through, all the festivities were done. When I came through, people were just on both sides of Marcy, continuing barbecuing and, socializing. I did a walkthrough real fast. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't see the pound. So I had to keep it moving. You understand saying? Nevertheless, I respect brothers for, conducting themselves accordingly. But man ain't really gonna have that anyway. You understand what I'm saying? That's just what it is. And that's how it's supposed to be. Because we supposed to be able to regulate our own before the powers that be step into the motherfucker arena and start pointing their motherfucking finger. Because once they start pointing their finger, they snatching motherfuckers up and taking niggas in. And you already know what that is after that. That's clip cash for you. Once you get snatched up and taken in for some bullshit that you out here participating in, that's clip cash for you. Elections is coming up. These niggas trying to make examples out of motherfuckers. You understand what I'm saying, man? Anybody that been in there and now you're out, you ain't trying to go back up in there for no bullshit. If a nigga trying to hurt you, hurt somebody you love, that's different. But just getting caught up inside the raffle of some bullshit, for what? For one, that's not gangster. For two, you doing it inside our own community, homie. Come on, man. You already know I'ma touch that. You doing it in our own community. Niggas ain't no Robin Hoods out here taking from the rich to give to the poor. Niggas is taking from poor, resurfacing that shit around, giving a little back to the poor, and making motherfuckers think that a job is well done. No, homie, that's not how you keep and protect and provide for your community. No. No. We used to do that. We don't do that no more, homie. You see what I'm saying? Because we know that the imagination is more lucrative, right? More powerful, more lasting, right? More consistency in that. Using your imagination as opposed to having to come out here and hope on a day that you get a good day. So you can knock off maybe 200-300, maybe fuck it, a G. But come on, homie, look at the expense that it's costing you. But I ain't gonna preach to you. Y'all niggas want to sell drugs. Do what the fuck y'all gotta do to get money, get money. You know what I'm saying? But understand the consequences is real, baby, bro. The consequences is all the way real. You understand what I'm saying? This shit, dumb people not playing. That's how come they be giving niggas forever in the day when they be sentencing us with time. Cause them niggas not playing. We the only ones is, and then we doing that shit to each other, acting like we fucking tough. Shit crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? And what that does is, that situation that happened in Tompkins Park, you know what I mean? It brings an overwhelming presence of law enforcement into our communities. So now when we want to go out there and have maybe a party, you know what I mean? Maybe a fucking gender reveal, a balloon release, whatever. These people now gonna send overwhelming presences to be occupying us. You see what I'm saying? And what we gonna say, yo, no justice, no peace, they just doing that shit to us because we black? That too. You understand what I'm saying? But when you giving them a reason to justify their reasons, what are we talking about? When you give these cocksuckers a reason to justify their reasons, what the fuck is we talking about? Because this is a fire that you motherfuckers is continuing to ignite. You know what I mean? To see the sisters out there doing some shit like that, I don't applaud no shit like that. Oh, yeah, they got his ass. They did. Flip the dynamic. Imagine that was 4 or 5 dudes beating a chick up. Huh? Imagine if that was about 4 or 5 dudes beating up a female. How, you know what I'm saying, how would y'all have felt about that? Come on, man. Come on, man. Motherfuckers gotta smarten up. Fuck to do better shit. Motherfuckers gotta just smarten up, homie. You understand what I'm saying? Because the shit we be out here doing and giving credence to be straight up and down idiot shit, man. Straight up and down idiot shit. It don't be no solidness in that shit. It don't be no principle in it. It don't be no gangster. None of that shit. That should just be some straight goofy idiot shit that motherfuckers done grew accustomed to fucking partaking in. And this is what they're doing. This is exactly what they're doing. Partaking in some bullshit. Damn. When you slow, you blow. But partaking in some bullshit, homie. You understand what I'm saying? Nah, homie, we speak to that, homie. We speak to that because we know how that can affect us all. That's how come we speak to that. We know how that can affect us all. You understand what I'm saying? You making choices like that, homie, you affect us all, kid. You affect us all. Yeah, no question. They may have had to step to their business and take care of their business and this, that, and the third. Ain't nobody saying they ain't had to do that. But it's a time and place for all that. You know what I'm saying? They could have took that joke and that sucking, that this, that, and the third, that situation, they could have took that shit elsewhere and handled that. You understand what I'm saying? They could have took that shit elsewhere and handled that. Nah, but instead they did that shit right there in the park on day. That's why I'm mad about it. What that nigga beefing for? Because niggas came out to celebrate my cousin. That's why. A fucking N.A. rockin' Brooklyn legend. That's why. The same dude who paved the way for a bunch of you motherfuckers who think y'all out here regulating. That's why. The resistance that came before your resistance. That's why. Nigga ain't trying to preach to y'all keep no divide going between the young and the old. That's a motherfucking sucker hand to play. Nigga, I love them both, young and old, because young and old both are mine. I got them both. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that corny shit that y'all niggas did, that unshit was corny. Cold-blooded fucking corny. Cold corny, man. You know what I mean? Was any, reprieve in it because, the next day Mano came and salvaged the day? Yes. I'm glad Mano was able to do that. I'm glad Mano was able to do that. And bring people out, man, so they could come out and eat, bring their children, man. Get on some rides, man, meet people. That's what we supposed to do, man. Looking at each other because we look like each other and finding that justification to have beef with each other really starts in the mirror. Listen to what I said. Looking at each other because we look like each other and dislike what we see, man, that starts with that nigga in the mirror, homie. You understand? Saying ain't nobody preaching to y'all, but I'm going to call a spade, homie. We had these festivities out, man. We invite our families and friends to come out and enjoy their time with us and each other. We ain't supposed to be out here sending motherfuckers black dripping. Bloodshed ain't supposed to be what we are out here engaging in when we coming in the spirit of, reuniting or, socializing with our friends and families. Come on, man. Again, man, fuck, a nigga could do better, man. Y'all motherfuckers need to check that shit, homie. Check it at the motherfucking door, because if you don't, these jokers is, man. These jokers is, man, they gonna send y'all asses to jail, man. I'm dead ass serious. And when you get in there, you gonna have to be tough. You gonna have to be tough here, and you gonna have to be tough here. You understand what I'm saying? You gonna have to be tough if you think you gonna make it in the joint, homie. And I'ma tell you, man, they got enough motherfucking room. They got enough motherfucking room, man. Believe you me, man. Believe a nigga who went that route. You see what I'm saying? To stand here and show you what I'm talking about. Right now, nigga out here working. That's what I'm doing right now. Chasing a dollar, homie. Doing Instacart right now. Chasing the dollar. And it's crazy bread out here. Crazy bread out here. You understand saying, y'all? Crazy bread out here. But dudes would rather entertain some negative shit, homie. And for what? So niggas could talk about you. I ain't doing nothing negative. And mad niggas talk about me. So what's the problem? The fuck is the problem? right? Come on, man. We got to get this shit intact, man. Ain't nobody trying to judge nobody, man, but we definitely got to call a spade, homie, and catch a joker wherever we see him at or her at. Because if we don't, it's going to continue to be the domino effect. Why the fuck everybody else got to suffer for a choice that you chose to make? We ain't even know nothing about it. Tired of that, man. Tired of that shit, man. Motherfuckers step up and take accountability. If a nigga is solid as you supposed to be, then if you get pinched for some shit that he did, why the fuck that nigga can't step up and say, yo, homie, come on, man, I got that, man. What about that part? Come on, man. We can't keep cutting no slack to these suckers, man, because they gonna keep wanting more. Y'all know how this shit go. You give a motherfucker an inch, he gonna take a mile because he's supposed to. But if you check that shit when you see that shit at, we ain't got that issue. We don't got that problem. If the rule is you supposed to hold it down, if you get pinched, then how come the rule can't also say that if you get pinched for some shit you ain't doing, you holding it down, nigga gonna come in and jack that. Nigga don't want to talk about that, do we? I know, that's a slippery slope, but that's real nigga shit, homie. You know what I mean? Y'all niggas talking about y'all real niggas. That's real nigga shit I just shot at you, homie. It's a slippery slope, ain't no question, but it's a real nigga issue, right? Why I'ma let my man go down for some shit that he ain't had nothing to do with? Nothing. He ain't know I was gonna do that. We wasn't prepared for that. We don't walk around acting like that. None of that. Come on, homie. And that's what I'm saying about the situation that happened in the park. Yeah, man came and salvaged the day. Kudos to Mano for that. You already know what it is, boy. It ain't rock. But what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, man, like, you know, them people could use that as a reason to justify their reason, homie. And we tired of that shit. Y'all niggas want to cut up, back up, do what the fuck you want over there. So I'm going to tell you, in the joint, it don't go like that. In the joint, it do not go like that. You not just cut the nigga in the yard because you get busy. Mad niggas get busy, nigga. All right, yeah, you could actually do it. You actually could. Because anybody could do what the fuck they want, right? But it's a consequence after that, huh? Niggas don't give a fuck about how tough you is, nigga. You in the penitentiary with a bunch of tough niggas. What you think they there for? For being soft? Them niggas went against the law in some regard. So when you get there, that's who you gonna be around. Kid me, nigga, I did 26 years, nigga, jumping in and out of showers, nothing in there to look at but a bunch of niggas in they boxer shorts, homie. The fuck is going on, man? And the nigga thought that was normal. When it's shower time for me, you know, I don't even second guess that I'm going into an environment when everybody's in there with their boxers on, taking a shower. Shit, you had some freak niggas in there, kink freak ass niggas, ass naked. Who the fuck want to go to the shower like that? You know, shouldn't that be a harrowing, you know, anticipation? Niggas in there thinking that's normal. That's what you want, bad bro? Keep it up. Bad girl, whatever they supposed to call the chick version of that, baby sis. That's what you want? Keep it the fuck up. And I promise you, homie, these jokers gonna put you right where you acting like you wanna be. They're gonna put your black ass right where you acting like you want to be. With no remorse. With no remorse. And for what? Because niggas can't get along outside? You can't get along outside over what? Because you and this chick fucking the same nigga? Or this nigga over here lying, talking about he gonna do something and get something, he ain't coming through? And y'all think that's enough to knock a nigga head off their shoulders for? And that's supposed to be some gangster shit? Nah, homie, that ain't no gangster shit. That is some idiot shit. That's idiot shit. Anybody could do that. You were just a dummy who was gullible enough that day and in that moment to act up. That's it. But it wasn't done for no principle. It wasn't done for no cause. You know? Whatever happened there, man, please, man, my whole thing is we invite y'all out, man. Come out and behave yourself. Why not? You know what I'm saying? And that night, little mama supposed to have came in and performed. I'm glad she didn't, homie. You understand what I'm saying? Because she would have put on a performance for a bunch of motherfuckers who wouldn't even appreciated it, man. Come on, man. The fuck going on with y'all culture, man? Come on, man. They trying to cast a dark light over y'all with the drill shit, and you got motherfuckers like me that's speaking against that, speaking to that. Nah, it ain't nothing wrong with drill, man. It just, you know what I mean? Same shit, then now, boom, here y'all come. Same shit, we be like, yo, free this person, free that person. Soon as you let the nigga out, he start doing bozo shit, man. And we the ones that was saying free him. So what the fuck you mean we don't got nothing to do with that? So don't ask me to fucking use my platform or my motherfucking voice to say free somebody. And then when the nigga come home, start acting like a goddamn asshole and I got something to say, you talking about that shit don't got nothing to do with us. That's how that street shit go. Oh no, the fuck it don't. Who the fuck told you that? No motherfucking street shit do that. We hold each other accountable out in this motherfucker. It ain't no, yo, big eyes, little U's. No. You fucking it up for everybody else when you doing some duck shit. That's why I continue to reiterate, anytime you hip a lane to the game, that nigga gonna fuck around and fuck it up for everybody else, man. And it never fails. Yo, Tank, where you get that from? I wish I would tell a nigga where I'm getting from. Yo, Tank, hey, yo, who you know? You can't tell these niggas who you know. You can't tell these niggas where you getting shit from, because as soon as you do, they gonna blow it up. They gonna tell this nigga. He gonna get knocked and tell. You understand what I'm saying? This is the chain reaction to that hipping the lame to the game shit. You understand what I'm saying? He might not be the joker himself. He might hip somebody else to something you hipped him to, and then boom, everybody going down. No, son. And the reason why that shit is allowed, because don't nobody check it. It ain't about being in the nigga business. I ain't never in the nigga business. You don't never hear me put a nigga name on the stain. Never. If I tell my war stories and not use a name, this is if a nigga deceased or he gave me the go ahead. But when I'm sitting here talking to this, I'm speaking to life, homie. In general. You understand what I'm saying? Because these are protracted actions, man, with results. These are actions and results that we can sit here and actually calculate and say, yo, if I do this, they're going to do that. And once they do that, we could do this. I mean, come on, homie. How many times y'all gonna keep falling for the same bullshit? Get out that trick bag, man. You see what I'm saying? Circle your wagons, man. Figure this shit out, man. I ride through the Jewtown, man, daily. These niggas is up, homie. These niggas is up and don't even change their clothes. This shit is crazy. We change our clothes, get fly, crazy, all this designer. Ain't nobody owning shit, homie. Come on, yo, this shit crazy. And that's the shit y'all here beefing with each other. I mean, shit, I mean, it shouldn't be, you know, hard to figure out as to why the sisters out here fighting over fucking, what they say, community dick and all type of dick. It should be no fucking wonder. No wonder why the sisters out here doing, they ain't got nothing on their mind. They ain't got no imagination. They were just showing the other day, say, black women just lost over 300,000 jobs in this country, and said that they are losing them at a higher and more alarming rate than any other race and nationality inside our society. And so to hear that, you would think, you know what I mean, that the sisters would be more eager and motivated toward, you understand, saying, doing something substantive, you know what I mean, or doing something that will, you know, get their numbers back up. Nah, homie. Sisters out here going crazy over these niggas who they saying is crazy. Ain't that crazy? You going crazy over a motherfucker who you telling everybody else is crazy. That got to be crazy. But it seems the trending thing. You know, generational thing. Come on, homie. Y'all niggas gonna have to shake about that trick bag, man. If you don't, these jokers gonna snatch you out of it, man, and drop you off like they did to me. Remember that? Yeah, here go Tank ass story. Drop my ass off at Attica. That's exactly what they gonna do, homie. And you get up there, homie, you gonna have to be tough. I'm dead ass serious. Squeezing ain't gonna be enough. Being a shooter ain't enough when you in prison. Listen to what I said. Being a shooter isn't enough when you're in prison. Ask them niggas who thought they were shooters and couldn't make it in prison, homie. I know a bunch of them. Being a shooter ain't enough, homie. You got to be tough. And if you cats within the spirit of your own selves, within the quiet of knowing you, and you know you ain't built like that, leave that shit alone, nigga. Dead ass, homie. It ain't for you, kid. And that ain't gonna make you no sucker neither. That's gonna make you a real nigga, actually, because you know your limitations. Suckers dumb. Real niggas know their limitations. Suckers dumb. Suckers front for the crowd. Yo, I'm down, nigga. I can go the distance, nigga. That before dishonor, nigga. Try by 12, carry by 6, nigga. Yeah, that's a fact, homie. That's what the suckers do, homie. Nah, the real niggas consider the consequence before they engage the act, right? They consider the consequence before they engage the act. They don't engage the act and then consider the consequences. Not no real nigga. Real nigga gonna be like, whoa. If it ain't for you, leave it alone, homie. But listen, man, you know, I shared my spill, man. You know, I came to speak to what I, enjoyed and what I also, took issue with over the weekend, man. Again, man, we commend the boy, man. You know what I'm talking about? That's his block. That's where they come up at. So, you know what I mean? To be able to see him, bringing this shit into fruition is just amazing. Like, y'all don't see what I see or feel when I see man's ability to be able to do that. You understand what I'm saying? Because we come from a time, man, where we didn't really want to dream like that. You understand what I'm saying? Well, at least me, those wasn't my common dreams. I don't know what man was dreaming. But I know I commend them for that, man, because that was real nigga shit, homie. If a day could be redeemed for the day that came before it, that one did, because unday came before main day. And motherfuckers at the end of it, I'm talking about the whole night, we was rocking, man. I mean, it was a party. Up to 2 in the morning. I left like 2 in the morning. Me and Shimmy slid from Tonkins Park like 2 in the morning. You understand what I'm saying? So that shit was still litty, but it was good. It was little corny skirmishes, but it wasn't going nowhere. We likened that to a bunch of motherfuckers just being drunk. Y'all motherfuckers gotta hold y'all liquor too. You understand what I'm saying? Nevertheless, the shit was still suave. Shit was still good. Good money. Man, wake up the next day, man, boy posting that shit all over Facebook, man. That shit there was crazy. That shit there was crazy. We don't want to give it up like that, man. Especially not associating unnamed to that shit, homie. You know what I'm saying? We had unnamed on that, homie. Even though if was alive, wouldn't have really gave a fuck, because was about that action. You know what I'm saying? That nigga probably would have started some shit, but he couldn't have started some shit because he got the day, because, Allah said, Joe, but, we don't want to do that, man. We don't want to do that, man. Nevertheless, man, you already know I'm in the field where it's real nigga chasing that dollar bill. With that, I'm going to leave it right here. YouTube don't write or do nothing for me on this square. They don't produce for me. They don't influence me. They don't write none of my material or content. I come up with this stuff all on my own. I almost said shit. I got to stop with the cursing, though. Try to get some money. But any old way, they don't write for me. Everything right here is self-made. I do all this. You know what I mean? YouTube just give me some space so I can have some space. Talk my shit to y'all, man. You know what I mean? That real shit. That shit that we live, man. It's Joe. If ever given the opportunity to come home and share, this is what I want to sit down with the people and say, yo, yeah, right. If you like this content, man, you make sure you smash that like button, man. Always smash them like buttons for me, man. Liking me make me like you. Hey, yo, homie. And if you messing with my channel, please subscribe to the channel. It's there for you to subscribe to. You know what I'm saying? Again, go for the win. Happy Monday. We here, man. Leave all that corny shit where that corny shit need to be at. Right with that corny shit. The man.